We're on the phone with Bobby Berge. Bobby, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. We appreciate it. Bobby, you played with Tommy and Zephyr. I believe you joined Zephyr in 1970. Is that correct?
Yep, that yep, that's 1970.
And you met Tommy back in about 65 or 66. You were playing with the band called the Airs at the time.
Yeah, it was a club band in Sioux City, and Tommy was just about 14 or 15, and used to come to him and like some other local young guys used to come to our rehearsals because we played about 5, 6 nights a week, and we'd rehearse during the day at the club that we were playing. And that's how I initially met him.
Did you know that this guy was something really special even back when he was 14 or 15?
Well, I soon found out
Okay.
because one of his first bands, I think maybe it was his first band, the Patch of Blue, that he was in, I went and saw him at the rooftop ballroom. I remember they were playing a song, by Tom Jones, It's Not Unusual.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and, well, they were doing all back in the horn band days.
Sure.
And, they did all the R&B and Motown type stuff, but what just struck me was the solo that he played in It's Not Unusual. And that's when it hit me that he is special.
Yeah.
And,
That's a great story. It's not unusual. I never saw that coming at all.
No, I wish there was a recording of that.
So did Tommy get you involved in Zephyr then once he was out in Colorado, or how did that work?
He moved away. We played together, we jammed together, and now and then back in Sioux City, and then he was gone, and I heard he just moved out to Denver and started the group Zephyr, and I wasn't really that much in touch with him, but of course by word of mouth we all heard some good things that were going on out in Denver. But anyway, it was just like the spring of '70. I get a call from him, and he wanted me to come out and audition with the band. I don't know exactly what was going on at the time. I mean, I wasn't going to argue.
Right.
So
right, yeah.
they flew me out there, and I auditioned with the band, and it went real well. And I loved their sound, because I was ready to go. I mean, it was just during that era, when Hendrix and Cream, and it was happening, and I was into it, just that big English sound, and Zephyr had that sound. I mean, just hard, raunchy rock and roll, and that's what I wanted to play. So, the audition went great, and I said, well, do you want to join the band? Of course, So I went back home and loaded up my stuff in my '64 Chevy Super Sport convertible and headed out to Boulder. So that was the spring of '70, and then I just moved out there and joined the band.
So tell us a little bit about the sessions too. We talked to Johnny Bolin quite a bit about how Teaser was recorded. Tell us a little bit about the sessions for Private Eyes. Do you have any particular favorite songs that you played on from that album?
I always wanted to capture like some really hard bash out drumming, and it seemed like I didn't accomplish that in previous recordings. But on the end of Post Toasty, the second part, where it just starts rocking out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Finally, where I captured what I wanted to capture for many years. There's just different flavors there and different styles. I mean, as far as the hard rock drumming, yes, I captured that. I don't know if there's any real favorites, because Gypsy Soul I love.
That's a great song. Yes, yeah.
And
That's a
we
big favorite of ours.
Like most people, I only know Tommy through his music and through the photos I've seen of him. A vibe that I get from looking at pictures of Tommy is that he's just a nice, fun, playful kind of guy. Is that your impression of Tommy as well?
Oh, very much so.
And did that carry over into the studio during recording sessions?
You never know what could happen. I mean, we're just clowning around, and then Tommy and I always love to like go into the little munchkin dance. I mean, we do silly things. I mean, he was just a kid at heart. Of course, we're kind of partying, just goofing around, and feeling pretty good, and then we just both go into that little munchkin dance. And we wish to represent the Lollipop Guild.
All right.
That was one of our little ditties we'd go into, and
So the sessions weren't really tense then. There was not a tense atmosphere.
No, not at all. In fact, I mean, that's what was great about playing with Tommy is he made it. It was just a breeze. I mean, there was no pressure. because he was so good that, you know, if you had your stuff together somewhat, I mean, it was just follow him, and it was just easy.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was that humor, his kidding around and being silly. I mean, he carried that over to like live gigs, which made it a lot of fun. Because I mean, you never know what we'd go into. We love to improvise, and I mean, anything goes, you know, type thing. And you know, we might go into a little country ditty, like between songs, go into a little fast country beat, you know, and or a bossa nova type thing, like Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom, right? You know, you never know. Or Satin Doll, some jazz standards, Satin
Right.
Doll or Misty.
Was Tommy approachable? Did he get along well with fans? Was he pretty loose in that category?
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing about Tommy. He was so outgoing and friendly, and maybe common knowledge, maybe a little too friendly and outgoing, because he was just friendly to everybody. And then I think, you know, some people might have taken advantage of that. You know, maybe that's somehow led to some of the wrong elements, you know, type people.
Sure.
But Tommy was extremely outgoing and friendly. I mean, just a great guy, you know.